Hi, kindergartners. Today we're going to read just a little part of a Tree for Emmy book. We're going to just focus on the beginning and middle parts of the story today, so we won't read the whole book. So I do want you to listen to this video, even though we read it yesterday. But today we're just going to read a little part. Okay, A Tree for Emmy. Emmy loved all kinds of trees. Oak trees with acorns, pine trees with cones, willows with long, swishy branches, but best of all, Emmy loved the mimosa tree in Grandma's pasture. In spring, Emmy swung from the tree's strong, low branches. "Look at me," she shouted. "I'm a possum swinging by my tail." "I declare, Emmy," said Grandma, "that old tree is a lot like you, stubborn and strong and a little bit wild." In summer, the tree was covered with fuzzy pink blossoms. Emmy put one blossom over each ear. "Look at me," she called. "I'm Fuzzy Bug with a pink buggy feelers." In the fall, the tree's seed pods covered the ground. When Emmy shook them, the pods rattled like maracas. My beautiful tree," Emmy sang. She danced around the pasture, shaking the pods. "Stubborn and strong and a little bit wild, just like me." Emmy's yard didn't have a mimosa tree. It had willows and oaks and pines. "They're nice," Emmy said, "but they're not stubborn and wild. They're not like me." Emmy's birthday came in the summer. "I want a mimosa tree for my birthday," she said. "What would you do with it?" asked Mamma. "Love it and water it and play with it," said Emmy. "Okay then," said Daddy. "Let's go buy a mimosa tree." But buying a mimosa tree was not so easy. "A mimosa?" said the man at the garden store. "We don't have any of those." "Why not?" asked Emmy. "Mimosas grow wild. We don't sell them." "Well, why not?" asked Emmy. "You don't buy wildflowers, do you, young lady?" said the man. "Stores don't sell clover and dandelions." "Clover and dandelions are pretty," Emmy said. "Sorry," said the lady at the next shop. "No one sells wild trees." "But it's going to be my birthday present," said Emmy. The lady smiled. "We have plum trees and peach trees, sweetie. They will give you nice fruit." "But they don't have fuzzy pink flowers," said Emmy. "Here's a tulip tree," said the lady. "It has lovely pink blossoms in the spring." Are they fuzzy? Asked Emmy. No, said the lady. Do they have rattly seed pods that shake, shake, shake? Asked Emmy. No, said the lady. Pink fuzz and seed pods make a dreadful mess. I'm sure your parents wouldn't want that. We want what Emmy wants, said Daddy. Come on, Emmy, we'll find something else for your birthday. I don't want something else, said Emmy. Mama hugged her. I know, honey, but we can't find your tree right now. Just for today, could you visit Grandma's tree? I guess, sighed Emmy. At Grandma's, she ran straight to her favorite tree and gave it a hug. Dumb old trees, said Emmy. No mimosas. No fair. She flopped down under the tree and squeezed her eyes shut to keep in the tears. Okay, so that's all we are going to read for today. But we are going to do a little character comparison. Okay, we are going to compare Emmy and Emmy's family in the book that we read. Then we are going to determine if the two characters are the same or different. So in this first box, it says beginning. Right here it says Emmy. I want to know, what does Emmy do in the beginning of the story? I remember reading that Emmy loves to play with mimosa trees. So I'm going to write plays with the mimosa tree. And I remember that she swings on the branches. So I'm going to write swings from branches. And I remember that she shakes the pea pods or the seed pods, and they kind of sound like music, like maracas. So then I'm going to draw my little tree. And I know here's a branch. And I'm going to draw Emmy swinging from the branches. And then I'm going to draw a seed pod, because I know that she shakes the seed pods at her grandma's place. Okay, then what does Emmy's family do in the beginning of the story? Well, the only thing I remember about Emmy's family doing is that they were not playing with the mimosa tree. They were at home. So I'm going to say does not play with the mimosa tree. And I'm going to draw her mom and dad. And then I'm going to draw a tree over here. I'm going to put an X through it because they do not play with the tree like Emmy does. So now we need to decide Are the two characters, Emmy versus Emmy's family, are they the same or are they different in the beginning of the story? Well, I know Emmy does play with the mimosa tree, but I know Emmy's family does not play with the mimosa tree. So they are not the same in the beginning of the book. So I would write different. But I'm just going to put a D for different because I know they're not the same. So same or different. I'm going to write a D for different or S for same. Okay. Now let's try to remember the middle of the book, which is the last part that we just read. And it has a little cupcake here to remind us what was going on in the middle of the book. So it was around Emmy's birthday and what she wanted for her birthday. So in the middle of the book, I remember Emmy wanting a mimosa tree for her birthday. So I'm going to write wants a mimosa tree for her birthday. And then I am going to draw a tree, a mimosa tree, to show that that's what she wants for her birthday. Now I need to decide what Emmy's family did in the middle of the book. And this is around the same time, so Emmy's birthday. And I remember that Emmy's family tried to help Emmy find a mimosa tree for her. So I know that they want to get a mimosa tree for Emmy. So I'm going to draw a picture of a tree because I know her family wants her to get a mimosa tree to make her happy for her birthday. And they tried to help her find one all of the middle of the book. Now we needed to decide if the characters were the same or different in the middle of the story. Well, Emmy wanted a mimosa tree for her birthday, and her family wanted her to get a mimosa tree for her birthday. So to me, I would say the characters are the same in the middle. So I am going to write S for same. Okay, so this is how you can compare characters throughout a story. Just like we find the main events, beginning, middle, and end, you have to find those first and then compare the two characters in each part of the story in the beginning, middle, and end. So since we didn't read the end of the book today, we're not going to fill out that part. But I want you to be thinking about that so when we do fill it out, you guys can help me.